punchy.
Wow. Right. Hello. Welcome to Andertons TV. He's Rabea.
He's Pete.
And today, we are coming clean.
We are indeed.
If there is such a thing.
With MXR, believe it or not.
Yeah, we're coming clean with MXR.
We are.
And this is one of those videos where, has there ever been a video where it's just clean tones?
No, and to be fair, I mean, the intro may have been slightly misleading because it wasn't exactly clean tones.
No, it wasn't clean.
Well, you had nicer clean tones.
Well,
I was a bit pokey.
Yeah, but pokey is good.
Pokey is good.
But because there's clean, and then there's clean.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Pushed a bit.
Just a little push clean.
Over that threshold.
Absolutely. And so, anyway, we've got some new MXR stuff. We got the new, check these out, man.
I know.
I love these little things.
They're so cute.
Oh, they're so cute. So we start from one side and should we just work our way through? Or
Yeah, we'll start from the right-hand side, I guess.
let's do it.
MXR Dinah Comp. So this is like the mini version of the Dinah Comp. And everybody knows and loves a good old Dinah Comp.
It's just one of those compressor pedals that has just defined.
It is.
Playing in so many ways, and so many people have used it.
This is the script Dinah Comp.
Yeah.
You can see that on the old pedal cam.
Yeah.
This is a reissue, but this is based on like the original.
Well, the original ones didn't have the LED on and all
No.
that sort of stuff, so you never knew when it was on or off.
No.
I remember seeing one in a studio I went to. I'm going to clang again. Name drop. So I went to the Farm Studio, the old Genesis studio, and they've got the Phase 90 and they had the Dinah Comp, but because they used them for keys, keyboards, they didn't have an on-off switch. They just had that changed to a flick switch.
Oh right.
So
it was
on
just,
or off.
Yeah. Fair play.
Yeah, man, it's really cool actually.
But it's obviously everybody knows the Dinah Comp. It's been used by 1,000,001 famous guitar players.
Absolutely.
And it's super useful to have on the board.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of cool new features. For instance, now you got an attack switch, which obviously can speed up or slow down the attack of the effect. So that will sort of sound, if you've got the attack on a faster mode, it'll be a lot quicker to react to the dynamic of you playing, whereas when it's slower, it's a bit more of a whoosh into that effect.
Yeah.
A whoosh.
A whoosh.
A whoosh.
And you might look at it and say, oh, that's really small, so they've probably skimped on the component side, but they have not. It's still the 3080.
The CA3080.
CA3080 chip in there.
Metal can.
It's a capacitor. The capacitors, I've only had one sort of when I changed the capacitor in the back of my TV once.
I've never changed the capacitor.
No. I had a big TV and I thought, how can I fix it? And
but if I was going to change one, I'd want to change a metal can capacitor. I know that much.
Metal cans are the best, man.
They're
the best, absolutely. Yeah. So that's basically the one that everybody sort of now is using in all of the compressors.
And the cool thing with compressors as well is, for example, depending on how you like to use them, you can actually get, if you run that into a kind of very mildly pushed clean amplifier, so something with a little bit of, it's arguably a pushed clean, but if you were to then properly squash that using the compressor, you actually get a tasty drive out of it.
So if this is your clean on the Kraken, one of those things that you would leave it on all the time or use it as a boost, and a lot of people use compressors before their overdrives. Now we don't have any overdrive today because this is not an overdrive video, because there's so many overdrive videos out there. This is just about clean tones. All clean tones. There's a lot of people who use the compressor before or after the overdrive, like you would a booster, but it just does something else to the sound, which is a great thing to experiment with. If you haven't experimented with a compressor before, that's the thing to do. So now that was the Kraken on a little bit of driven. So this is the Fender Hot Rod, and you got a clean tone.
Okay.
So that's a clean here.
Yeah.
Stick on the Dinah Comp.
Oh, I love a good compressor.
Yeah, it just narrows it in, and if you're playing live, it just helps you sort of get in the mix better.
Yeah, because obviously compression is almost like
compression.
I don't know how you describe it, but when you're playing guitar and you're doing a lot of dynamic percussive stuff, it helps you with that.
Absolutely.
It brings everything together, makes everything a bit more consistent. So,
like some guy called Nile Rodgers. I'm not sure if you use him, but he must be.
I don't know. Maybe he does.
Of course, you know, you've got your... Like you would a Telecaster, clean amp,
But
bit of compression. You can hear when I dig in.
It's interesting. Again, both are completely usable for, I suppose, genre-specific, music-specific stuff, but I do like the fact the addition of the attack switch there makes a massive difference to the pedal.
You know, even if you want to play some really nice clean tones, just like, you know, and clean that up a bit. Take it off. I mean, that's just it just gets something to your tone, doesn't it?
Yeah, and what's nice is with the sensitivity control, you know, the more you put in of that, the more it's sort of pulling everything together.
Yeah.
Which is why you get more harmonic content, which is why it starts to sort of break up, sound like it's driving the amp more.
What's that word?
Transient. Pulling the high and low transients together.
Transients, organic, transparent.
Karma.
I'm just gonna throw loads of words out there.
Avocado.
Yeah. If you like it and you think it sounds good, great.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
It's like potatoes and cheese. I don't know where I was going with that.
Some people eat like really weird things together.
They do.
And some people like that because they love it. Other people go, I don't like that at all. Fair enough. Anyway, which takes us on to this. If you play that little riff you played earlier from a certain guy, takes us on to the next pedal.
Yeah.
Do you remember that
riff?
We need more reverb. You haven't got.
I'm not on.
Yeah, come on here. We get both of them. Check this out.
Okay. Oh, it's just all there, isn't it? That is the sound, right?
But that is the sound.
Hard to sound like Dave Gilmour with two pedals.
That guy used these pedals.
He did indeed.
Yeah, I think he still does. He must still do.
I wonder if he uses these now, the miniature ones, because I mean, maybe he's probably like stuck with his original stuff. I don't know. Would you dare change?
Well, he's got these pedal boards that is made into one board where everything is setting in. I've seen one of his things.
Nice.
You know what I mean? I can't remember. It's a Pete Cornish or something that makes them, and they're all sort of in one box. And you just get the dials and you get the on-off switches.
It's nice that you can achieve the same tone and actually more with the smaller pedals now.
Okay, because now we're moving on to the Phase 95, which is...
it's got a Phase 90 in it and a 45 in it.
It's 4 pedals in one, basically. And it's got the normal one, and it's got the script. And remember that MXR never made the block 45.
Yeah.
So they made the script one,
yeah,
but they never made the block one.
The difference between script and block, real quick, is the harmonic sort of feedback. Script being softer, block being a little bit, not harsher, but there's more of it
More
there.
blocky.
Yeah. More blocky.
Script is more softy. and the other one is more blocky.
Yeah.
See? That's a really good way to remember it.
Yeah.
And then, so when you got here, you can see you got light, red light, blue light, yellow light, off light.
Red's for 45, blue's for 90.
Yeah. And block, off for the block, and amber for the script. And then you simply just got your speed, knob, and if we start with 45. Okay. And that will sound like this. Yep. And we're going into both amps now, so we're going to get a little bit of a lovely effect. Off first.
Very good. It's got a lot of different feel, like vintage feel, modern feel. It kind of just makes me feel nostalgic.
That was only the 90. I didn't touch any of the knobs yet. It was just me working the speed on here, and we've got a bit of reverb on the floor from the what's it called? Is it
the MXR reverb with the Epic setting on.
Epic. It is Epic. It's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? So that was just the 90. So let me do it on 45. That's so nice, but remember, you don't.
I was concentrating so much on the sound that I wasn't concentrating on what I was doing.
So you don't.
Lovely.
It's so many different... have to play real chords. Sometimes it is just to be funky like this.
It's
all day long, man.
It's got every sound of phase that you want as well.
Absolutely.
And I really like how subtle it can be, and then also how sort of intense it can be as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
How wonderful.
Really
anyway,
musical pedal.
Come in and try that out. Link again. It's below both these. Now,
Phase 95.
Phase 95 is the best phase that I've heard in a while. Anyway, EQ pedals. Now, so the MXR makes some great EQ pedals. And
stupidly important.
Yeah, see, underrated pedals.
They are indeed.
Aren't they? I know
I'm
you
learning
use
the
them a lot.
importance of them now.
Yeah, you use them a lot. You know, I used to use, way back in the day.
Yeah.
They were like the bus thing, that everybody used. And I had it for loads of different things, for booster, for like just if I had a different guitar. And then,
It's that age-old thing where it's like, well, the amp should do the work of the EQ, and like if it doesn't do it, it's not a good amp. And it's like, actually, when you want to get deep into the world of tone and specific sounds for songs and parts, you need more flexibility, which is why EQ pedals are vital.
Absolutely. It's worth saying these are updates of the black ones that you saw around last year. There might still be some out there, but so they got lower noise ratio.
Yep, more headroom.
More headroom. So they've generally been updated. So you got the 6-band and then you got the 10-band.
Which now has a dual output.
Dual output, which is great. And one thing is, you have to remember with these, and not just for guitar.
No.
They could be for acoustic guitar, they could be for nylon string guitar, they can be for basses. They could be for pianos if you've got a nice Nord. And you've got, and you're playing some Nord stuff, maybe a Wurlitzer or
electric cello.
You could be for bagpipes.
It works though. The thing is, EQ is vital across the board. It doesn't matter what instrument you use.
Absolutely. Yeah. So 6-band first, 100, 200, 400, 800, 1.6, 3.2.
All very useful frequencies.
Absolutely. So I know I do a lot of the 200.
Yeah.
Pull that out a lot in guitar.
boxy sound,
when you're doing mixes and stuff. And then the 2K, which is on this one here, is another one that sort of
the harsh
sort of thing. So let's just start with this one and run it all in the syrup or shish. Hang on, let me just first clean tone. Let's do completely clean into the hot rotting deluxings.
Okay.
So this is the clean. Nice Fender Custom Shop 54, all standard. No faffing about with anything in there, just as is. On.
Oh,
Immediately,
huge difference.
Immediately, everything is on 0.
Sounds
Have
sweeter.
a listen to the difference.
So.
That sounds lovely. I don't even want to change anything because I just think it sounds great. Anyway, I'll just when you just play, I'll just
Okay.
I'll just turn up and down the dials here. There's so much possibilities. It's worth saying as well, when you are going back down to the middle, there's a little kink. What was it called?
It's like a notch.
Little thing. He just goes, there it is.
Pops it back into where it's
so you don't have to look
unity,
over
as
and
it
go,
were.
yeah. You're like, and that is really handy. Thank you for doing that. That's really cool. So that's your frequencies. So what you can use it for is either like a clean boost or I know you use it a lot and some of the sounds like videos.
It's extra help,
So if you want to do a solo little thing, you're playing your blues and you're going hinka 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 hing, and then you want your solo. So there's
that's
loud.
loud.
Yes, it's so loud, and you can even gain it more up here. And if you then got a little bit of a crunchy tone.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it makes a huge difference.
You know what I'm saying?
And these, because they've got more headroom as well, you really can push it as well if you want to.
Absolutely. And it's just something you would just leave on all the time on your clean tone. Why would you just leave this on?
I mean, that just says it all. Again, we were messing around with loads of different tones, getting creative, pulling all the low end out, getting that notch filter transistor radio sound, and then getting that jazzy, soft, kind of numb top end.
I wonder what that's going to sound like. It's just great, isn't it?
Isn't it?
More possibilities than this one.
There you go. All 4 pedals are using at once.
There's nothing wrong with clean tones.
No.
I love it.
Incredibly dynamic, very, very easy to find a usable, playable tone, I think. And
Absolutely.
That's not a single drive pedal.
And listen.
Yeah, and that's, if you don't
Absolutely
believe
quiet.
us, put it through the Kraken and do the same thing.
You cracking?
There you go. Need we say anything else, Mr. Pete?
No, I don't think so,
No.
Mr. Rabea.
If you want to find out anything else about these pedals, there'll be links in the description box below.
Yeah, come in and try them out because they are all in stock at Andertons.
There you go.
And if they're not, then we will get them in for you.
And on that special, most beautiful note, I've been Rabea.
And I've been Pete.
See you later.
So we used to have a Volkswagen, and it's got blue lights in the dials.
Say Volkswagen
and I
again.
can't Volkswagen.
Yeah.
You man.